Still watching Good Morning Ghana. That was Randy Abe and his able team, as usual, bringing us all the in-depth analysis of the the print media issues that we need to know about it, and he always does it really good. Thank you so much, Randy. Away from Randy, I know lots of people will be wondering who I have with me in the studio, but I have my own colleague, Gabriel Torgbor-Ashong, who is our roving reporter. Now, this is what you do. If you have any issues that need to be addressed to catch the eyeballs of the right authorities in our society, you don't have to worry at all. Metro TV is always there to make sure that we cover all the issues and problems that you are faced with in your communities. On that note, I shall be going straight to Gabriel Torgbor-Ashong. Good morning to you, Gabriel.
Right, good morning.
How do you feel sitting here today? Because I was expecting to find you on the field, linking up to you as we discuss issues.
Yes, you know that's what we do every day, and I love going to the field to explore some of the issues, because through that we get to know some of the concerns people really have within, and together we joy and see how best
you can address the issues.
Well,
straight away, let's talk about the South La Estate 2 Junior High School. Now, I know people were faced with life-threatening problems, you know, due to lack of adequate critical facilities. Now, how did you get to that community in the first place?
Right. So even before I touch on that, it is imperative to let our viewers know what we've been doing this very week. On Tuesday, I visited the South La Estate 2 GHS, which is located at South La, not far from the La General Hospital. But then on Wednesday, I visited yet another location, being Wager, near Pambros Salt Factory.
So that is the South La Estate
Exactly. So we'll be coming to that issue very soon. And after Wednesday, from Wager, where residents were worried about sighting of filling stations on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, which was yesterday,
poor
we
sanitation.
Went back to La to look at poor sanitation
which
at the
was World Health Day yesterday.
Exactly, in relation to
and
the
so
world.
You took advantage of it to be in the area for us to see what is happening. That was an eyesore.
But I think we'll be delving more into that very soon.
Well,
but with the South La issue, we noticed this problem about 2 years back, you know, in 2014 October, where the school, it's a public school in La, and it is in a very deplorable state. As at the time we visited, you could really see that the pillars holding the school structure were weak, cracked, you know, so you could even see the iron rods exposed, and then cracks and all that. And students were still within that facility studying.
Okay,
and
so those are the shots on our screen.
Exactly. So you have even the roof caving in, and students were still seated in there studying. One of the class
ongoing.
Exactly.
With
at
teachers
the time.
and pupils in the classroom.
Exactly. At the time. To the extent that one of the classrooms had been shut down, locked up as a result of the situation. So we did a report about it. We spoke with assembly member for the area.
Oh, you were able to get in touch with?
Exactly, with the authorities, because when doing such stories, you need to hear from both sides.
What was his take on that story?
Before we even hear the side of the assembly member, let's get to know what the residents had to say about the plight of the school.
We are being congested in this room, and we are over 60 in this room. We are suffering. There is lots of heat. The buildings are cracked, which we fear when we are coming to school. We don't even have the interest in coming to school, because we fear that one day it might just collapse on us.
I feel 10 years ago, it could happen here. You song boy. I follow.
Two schools, not even divided by a wall, you know. They are just on the same compound. Sometimes we are working together, you can't even differentiate unless by our crest. But then the development or the little aids come in, and then it is given to the other school. Well, we had one of the buildings of home school coming down, broken down as a result of some rains, I think somewhere last year. Then some few months we had, is it the DC or so, the assemblyman, something was done about it. But I have also seen another structure of this same sister school, and it is still here as we speak.
So that was the South La Estate 2 Junior High School.
Exactly. So you heard a pupil talking?
I don't know. I'm still trying to find a word to describe the situation. But are there any positive outcome from this narrative or from this report you just filed?
Right. I need to let you or even our viewers appreciate some of the things surrounding this issue. Now, not just the cracks, but you have a septic tank, the covering of it, very weak. So stones and then bottles, broken bottles have been placed on it. And even as we speak now, the situation still persists.
All right.
And you have their washroom. There is a reservoir there. It has broken down. So water then has, you know, leaked, and
All
it's on the compound. And it's rather unfortunate. Way back before LA separated from AMA, LA Sub-Metro separated from AMA, the Millennium School project started, and you could see an uncompleted building there. But because LA separated from AMA, the project has stalled for several years now, and nothing is being done about it. But following our report, though, the weak structure I was talking about has been, the roof has been taken off, and the students or pupils have been evacuated
from that structure.
Exactly, and it happened a day after, you know, our last but one report of the situation. But the fact is, in doing this story, some authorities feel that perhaps we are creating a bad image for those in LA, and that we are in bed with opposition parties and are being used. So even as we speak, you call local authorities within LA, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, and they don't answer my calls or our calls. And interestingly, within Accra, there is yet another constituency who we covered a story about a dilapidated bridge over the Odo River, only for the member of parliament there to accuse us of, and the person belongs to the opposition. So he is now accusing us of belonging to the government, as in the party in power now. So whereas in LA, we are being accused of being in bed with the opposition, another situation or another instance, we are being then accused of being with the government. So it's rather unfortunate. And the fact is, I have text messages here. So when I call and it doesn't go through, then I send a text.
Message.
So I have lots of them that we could see. Good evening, Honorable. I just want to read a bit.
A whole lot of them, but still there are no response to your messages.
We respectfully request you join us for a live interaction about efforts of the Assembly to assist the South La Estate 2 JHS. The date is this coming Monday, 4th April. I'm talking in exactly. Proposed time, 8 a.m. Venue, South La. So we do this effort to get the authorities involved.
And you still didn't get any feedback from that message. My colleague's job is just to make sure that issues or challenges that you are faced with in your communities catches the right eyeballs of the authorities who are supposed to be in charge. Rather, we are not siding with any party. We don't belong to any party. We just go out there and then we do our job. Now, so if you have any challenges still, even as much as they are not coming out to tell us anything or give us any explanation, I am thinking that everybody have the right to information. We need to know what is happening in our various communities, because if I don't know about it, then how do I know what is even happening around me? It is totally wrong. But then let's move from South La Estate to junior high school. Or you still have something you want to say?
Quickly, because it's fair we hear what the Assembly says it's doing. Lately, the Assembly, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, doesn't answer my calls. But proud to recent times, I spoke with the assemblyman for the area, and he gave a number of promises. So let's see and know if indeed those promises are being fulfilled.
It's even in the budget, 2015 budget, but you know the procedure. It must go through a procurement process. We cannot just jump and then award a contract. If only we have the resources, or we get a contractor who pre-finance it, definitely need to be done before 2015.
We are arranging to meet the contractor of this particular Get Fund project here. And we want to put in match funds so that we can get the ground floor and then move the peoples to this new block. I want to assure everyone that we would make sure they will get a good facility to sit in and...
Okay, so that was Assemblyman.
Yeah. Giving
us assurance that they are trying to meet, or they are trying to get in touch with the contractor for the Get Fund project to carry on. But then we still haven't. That was when this took place.
2014. He spoke one in 2014,
okay.
October. Another in 2015, February. We are in 2016.
Okay, well, let's still give them benefits of the
Sure,
doubt that
sure.
maybe they are putting measures in place to meet up and then have things go the way it's supposed to go. So away from that, let's talk about Weija residents getting worried over the sighting of 2 filling stations in their community. Now, what is all this?
Well, so the place we are talking about is right next to the Weija Kaswa Highway, along that path, and it's opposite Pambros Salt Factory. So you have 2 filling stations. One is completed, the other is uncompleted. And the residents there are much worried because with the uncompleted filling station, for instance, you have tanks for the structure being built just beneath residents'
All right,
wall.
so those are the visuals.
Exactly. So you have this gentleman even pointing that because of what is being done, their house is sinking. So he's pointing that to us. So that's how the situation has turned. And the man in charge of this fuel station has then built his wall on the wall of that house. So someone has...
That is the second wall.
Exactly.
I can see the first wall
directly
with another one being built on top of it.
A resident, you know, so he hasn't separated whatever he's doing from the house. So you can even see
directly.
Cracks. Exactly. So you can see cracks. And this is a sinking house as a result of the holes and things drilled within, you know, under that house. And it is creating real-time worry for the residents. So let's say
I'm sure this is the completed one.
Yes, that's the completed one. Exactly. Okay. And that's the uncompleted one. And behind these 2 are facilities there. So let's listen to some of the residents.
All right.
Our house, and I live there with my kids, and there are tenants in the house, and he sited a very tall building, and we don't have ventilation in the house. All our network is gone off, and in case of fire we have to run through the fire to the main street, which is not safe. And his tank is buried right under my wall. He broke the wall and put his tank and mounted the wall on top of it, and we are really scared. You know, we are very, very scared. We can't sleep. Everybody in the house, people are leaving the house because nobody is coming to our aid. We've cried to the government, we've cried to the authorities. Nobody is saying anything to us. And you could see, these people have completed theirs, and he's also about to complete his. We are scared. We don't want to die. You know, we are really, really scared.
I'm a tenant living down this house, and these 2 filling stations, with whatever they are doing, is really affecting the occupants in the house. One, we are out of good ventilation, no good network service, no good area service for any other thing. And there's even children who are suffering from asthma. And if the government wants to look at this, health and wealth, which one is more important? I think it is health.
I don't think that this is right. Are we waiting for a disaster for us to invite NADMO? Has NADMO seen this? As the Ghana National Fire Service visited here, it is very wrong. It must be stopped. This is a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, that was residents of Weija telling us their displeasure about the location of 2 filling stations. One is completed, the other one is still under completion. Oboda, tell me something. As much as I doubt, were you able to get in touch with anyone, owners of the filling station, to talk to them? Yeah,
we called, but the line didn't go through. And we got in touch with one man who we were told is the marketing manager for one of the fuel filling stations.
Which one, the completed one or?
The uncompleted one.
Okay.
And he was explaining that they've secured the necessary, you know, documents to really pave the way for them to construct.
So they have a permit for operation?
They have the permit, and the feasibility studies and everything has been done? Exactly. Has been done to ensure that the facility goes ahead. So in this vein, you have the residents also accusing the municipal chief executive for not doing their job. For not doing their job effectively. And so are they also accusing EPA for ensuring or sitting unconcerned to ensure that these fuel filling stations are sited next to people's houses.
Did you make any effort to get through to EPA to check if they were able to do their work properly, or they did their homework before allowing this operation to go on?
Yeah, we are in touch with the authorities. Even on that very day, we tried calling the Gansouth Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Akwe Thompson, but the line didn't go through. So we forwarded a text message to him, and still we couldn't get in touch with him. So right after our live coverage, we moved to his office, but we were told he was in a meeting. So
he was available, but was in a meeting?
Well, that's the reason given. So we still left a message that when he's done, he could get in touch, so we see the way forward. So we are still in touch to ensure. And as we speak, the fire service officials have also watched. I know the PRO watched.
And what's the outcome of that?
They intend to revisit the issue, possibly to visit there and then shut down the place. We are still in talk. So after this conversation, I'm supposed to even meet
all right, great. So let's move from Wager, and then let's go straight to wasn't it Abese Beach? Abese Beach. I had La Beach. That was yesterday. Now, yesterday was World Health Health Day. We celebrated that yesterday, and so he took it upon himself with his crew to go to La Abese Beach to check on the situation of refuse dump. The area is not supposed to be used for dumping of refuse. It's for relaxation. Unfortunately, the area has been turned into a refuse dump and then a place of convenience. So let's check what is happening. What inspired you to visit that community?
Well,
because there are several of them you could have gone to. Why La Abese Beach?
La Abese Beach, because from time, you know, we do stories like this right across our beaches. And we've been to Teshin recently. We've been to Nungwa too a couple of times. I remember my colleague Nana visiting Nungwa. So it was just fair we visit the La Beach. And we feel also...
so those are the visuals.
Exactly. We feel also that La is a strategic location. It's a prime area. You have the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel located there. You have the Omanye House. The Omanye House is even very close to where I spent much of the time yesterday. You have the Labadi Beach Hotel. You have La Pleasure Beach Resort. And you have several people coming right from across this country to visit there to relax, and others coming from other countries. So if we sit on unconcerned when you have people throwing refuse there and openly going there to defecate, it wouldn't send a good message to visitors who come around. So that inspired us to go and look at the situation. But I wouldn't put anything, or let's say even, I don't want to mention, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say blame. I wouldn't want to involve the authorities really
or shift blame
in
on anybody.
Exactly. It has to do with our attitude. Because the authorities, I know, have been there to talk to the residents to stop, but they wouldn't. And look, that's a container you are seeing there, which ideally the residents should go in there and then cast their refuse into, but they wouldn't, and they will walk straight there to the beach and then throw the refuse. You're also seeing a public toilet facility. When you cross the road, you are seeing that's the
I saw several of them.
They would pass by this public toilet and move all the way to the beach and then, you know, do their own thing, which isn't the best. And that part of La became, you know, a crunch area for the cholera outbreak which happened. La was the epicenter of the cholera which happened recently, and we feel that this shouldn't be going on in this 21st century. So let's hear some of the views of the residents. Someone even confessed that, please, me and Kefi, let's listen to them.
One phone come na got a view, mother Sabaka Wakashi, be a jenny boo, Okan, or Alone, no coye, Alo Chenokoye. Dear, or phone one on walk about. When if you go, when I get a chain, call a mumo or a beer, let a call a mumo or a beer because for that. Or Sunny war to a wamo, Kunabani, Abawa.
Kaji, I'm running no, okay, Achon, many, which one
Liame, many of your phone, Monaco, mene, Ashimashi, mene, Negabiamoga bola will be, oh, yeah, bola, let on cover, but I'm machine, Wolemania bola, Wolemania bola, I'm a near war. Ishimugwanete she live in Nuku, Skako Bay.
Oh, any poor here.
Oh,
any toilet, any,
me feel you on me, that you on Nepo, get me in no go. But feel to me, we show no bear. Ona ni ana na.
Be mini.
Be in na kan ni eko.
Hey, o about ogbemeni ya nsho na eko na ma to ameyin.
O fa ne ji mi no nji e proto na import onu emi e bia na.
But a charge EP, okay 20 njo 30 peso expect.
Je so we ni ma wa because wo ya da ni na ska. O ga ji nsho kun ne gen hu ni ya ne gen. Iye no go gen bi e won ga medwele je yin school po ya. Ona ni me wa no go ya no kra ya eko eko. Ona ni e. Na ni ga be ya wo nsho sta ka kuna je ni ne.
Well, that was La Abese Beach right there. Do they know the implications of their actions?
They know. They know.
In
But
your own, now, tell me, before we wrap up, we don't have so much time, but
yes.
before we wrap up, what do you think should be done to educate these people on proper sanitation?
We must intensify the education, and they have a community radio station, which I think could play a very good role in doing that, because many of them listen to that community station called Latenu. And you also have Obonu FM, which uses the language as a means of communicating with them. So that should be used. But beyond the sensitization, then we must enforce our bylaws, because we have all these bylaws. If you are found throwing the refuse there into the drains, punish them. If you are found openly defecating, let the person be punished.
People need to be sanctioned.
Exactly.
That's what he's trying to say. But if we want to get through to you, how do we get through to you? And first of all, if you have any challenges or you are faced with any challenges, problems in your communities, you know who to talk to. Now, my colleague here, our roving reporter, he does it so well. He's so passionate about what happens in our various communities. So if you want to get through to Obodai, do we have a number to get through to you?
Right, we do, and it's very simple. Let's get in touch, and we shall have things done. The number is 0241 431035. 0241 431035. Or connect with me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Gabriel Obodai Torgbor-Ashong. You know the name, right? Gabriel Obodai Torgbor-Ashong. But let me quickly stress on this, that at times when we are doing this, it isn't that we don't like someone, or let's come aboard. If we even do something, or we report from your municipality or from your constituency, and you feel that what we did wasn't right, and you want to set the record straight, just get in touch with us. And when we are calling or we wish to come over, please, let's come and then explain your issue. And the way you would explain it, we'll do our very best to place it up like that for our viewers to judge.
All right, thank you so much. So this is still Good Morning Ghana. Trust Metro TV to visit your communities as we address all the issues that you are faced with. Now, let's take a break, and then Lily Mohammed will take a seat.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.